Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing today? This is Verone, and we are live with the team at Werks Reunion. This is so exciting. We have everyone anticipating the show. This is one of the most anticipated shows of Monterey Car Week. I'm so excited to be here today.
You guys save some of that for the podcast.
Shoot, sorry. Got too excited, guys.
Welcome to the Porsche Club Insider, your one stop for all things Porsche and PCA. Here's your host, Vu Nguyen, and the Insider crew.
Welcome to episode 129. We are in Monterey, California. It's Monterey Car Week. We're at Monterey Pines Golf Course getting ready for Werks Reunion. We are in a different environment. We're in a bigger table, and we've got some guests here. We've got Damon, we've got Manny, and we have Verone Pangilinan.
Yep. How are you guys doing today? We are excited to be here. This is such an amazing show, and just love coming back here.
I think Verone's a little bit more excited than we are. Maybe we're tired.
Am I? Oh, sorry. I'm too excited to be here.
He is excited, and we're going to share why he's excited because he's got some cool stuff that's here at Werks Reunion. But before we get into that, I want to remind you, if you enjoy this episode, be sure to hit that like button if you want to ask us questions or if you want to answer some of the questions we might ask of you during this broadcast. Be sure to comment. And, of course, we just crossed over 95,000 subscribers on YouTube. So make sure that let's restop. We got
Whoops.
Something happened with the light.
All good.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 129. We are at Monterey Pines Golf Course getting ready for Werks Reunion. And, of course, it's Monterey Car Week. At the table, we have Damon Lowney, Manny Albin, and Verone Pangilinan.
What's up? How are you guys doing? I'm super excited to be here today. Got so much.
We got a lot to talk about.
Exactly.
You've got some cool stuff that we're going to cover. But before we get into it, I want to remind everyone, be sure, if you're enjoying this episode, hit that like button. Be sure to comment if you have any questions or if you want to answer some questions that we might be asking during this broadcast. And, of course, subscribe. We just crossed over 95,000 subscribers.
5,000 more, and Vu will not ask you to subscribe ever again.
I will be happy.
Yes.
Just give me, come on.
Let's hit the 100,000.
Let's
I'll
do
be
it.
very
And
happy.
we just
Help a brother
might
out.
do it with this unveiling. I want to go right into it. The unveiling of this fantastic series of cars that you might remember if you were around in the 70s.
yeah.
Drum roll. And Verone, I'm going to let you introduce the brand and how it came to be.
All right, guys. We are going to tell you about the coolest Porsche brand maybe you guys don't remember or maybe you haven't heard of yet. When we found out about it, we were just totally blown away. This brand is called BB Auto. BB was started by Rainer Buchmann and his wife. This guy has his company that was in Frankfurt. And back in the days, one of the most notable cars that a lot of people knew him for was this silver Targa Turbo.
Yep.
That was wrapped. Actually, I wasn't even. There's no wrap back then.
say,
There was no wrap back then.
No, it was
I
vinyl.
apologize, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was paint.
Oh, that was paint back then?
Paint back
It
then.
was commitment.
Yeah, that was true commitment. All right, guys. It was painted in a Polaroid colorway. So the team at Polaroid, actually the president of Polaroid, was a big Porsche fan. And he wanted to get his personal car too. And he said, you know what? We're going to be entering this photography expo called Photokina. So Photokina is one of the largest photography expos out there. And he goes, I want to make sure that we have something that everyone's going to be talking about. So he reached out to the Buchmans at BB and said, I want this thing to stand out. You got to do it. What are you going to do? Please surprise us.
And here's the thing. I would say there's probably a number of people that don't remember BB, but when they see the car, they'll instantly recognize it because it has a very unique, colorful rainbow stripes. And I believe the original Targa I saw at Technoclassica at the Fuchs booth, I think.
Yes.
That car's still around.
It's still around.
It's still around. Yeah.
And one of my friends just saw it at Essen recently.
Yeah.
I had two friends that were out there. I had
It's out there.
Rod Emery sent me a picture from there. He's like, hey, Verone, this is for you. I was like, oh, wow, this is rad. My friend Kayla took a video of it. I'm like, wow, you actually did find it out there.
Pick up any vintage book from the 80s, that supercar
Yep.
or Porsche, and you guarantee you're going to see this car.
And the thing is, today we talk about one-off cars, bespoke cars, heavily modified Unstock cars. This car lived in the 70s, and to really jump out and make, I mean, it had like over-the-top everything, over-the-top interior, over-the-top engine, over-the-top paint. Like that wasn't the norm back then. Like we see that stuff now
too.
Oh, very much.
So guys, I'm an audiophile from back in the days, and when I spoke with the Buckmans, they were telling us that they're huge audiophiles themselves. So what he wanted to do was he wanted to bring that lifestyle, what he was passionate about, into his car as well too. So if you open the door, actually we have a pearl white turbo.
Oh, you told me about that. Yes.
When you open the doors, you'll totally understand. You'll be like, okay, I get it.
All right. Before we jump into what's here, like I really want to understand how many BBs were made, and then how did you bring the brand back?
I don't have the exact count as far as how many.
Roughly.
Yeah, I don't have that off the top.
Really?
I you know what?
Because like there can't be that many.
There aren't that many, but I don't have the exact amount. I can get that for you.
Wow, interesting.
I'll get that for you.
All right, so now that you all have brought back the brand, like what did it take? Like how do you bring a signature back?
You know, the president of our company, Bo Bachman, was a huge. The Bachmans own Galpin, and Galpin has been customizing cars since the 1950s. It's all in the blood there. So they have companies like Galpin Autosports, and Galpin Ford, and as you can see in the past, we were even heavily involved with even shows like Pit My Ride.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that. Yeah.
So Galpin Autosports, for those of you that don't remember, you probably remember their logo, GAS.
Yeah.
And if you were ever at, like, say, the LA Auto Show, they typically have a whole, I don't know, almost like a convention center side of all of their creations.
Exactly.
But they've been doing this for decades, being in the SoCal car customizing culture. So this is really just one more extension of Galpin Autosports?
Of Galpin Motors.
Galpin Motors, yeah.
As a whole. So the way you got to look at this is this is another brand, you know, in the mix that the company has. And with BB being in there, Bo's a big fan of Porsche and Porsche tuning, and we're so excited to welcome this brand into it. And they actually have a lot of very similar things. They were both customizing back in the days, and they're bringing it all back together.
But then Galpin also is in the more traditional business of Porsche because they have a dealership as well.
Yes.
And that is Porsche Santa Clarita?
Yes, Porsche Santa Clarita.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
which in itself is worth a visit.
Yeah.
That's a
Oh, God.
a level 5 or something. It's like the highest dealership you can possibly have as far as modern.
I've been to several dealerships myself, but there's nothing quite like this.
our members just rave about what you all have put together there, and also how welcoming you have been to PCA members and the regions, and inviting them to look at the incredible collection you guys have.
So one thing you will notice, if you go to any of our Cars and Coffee, there's at least 5,000 plus people that show up every first Saturday of the month.
Really?
Without a doubt.
That's incredible.
So packed. And David Osorio over there, one of our, he's the marketing manager over there. He does such a phenomenal job of getting everyone together over there. And I can't say enough about him and the whole team there. You know, to give you a little bit of background of that, besides the fact that we have this huge Cars and Coffee, the following is great. And it comes from the top down, right? So
It has to.
It has to.
Yeah.
Our general manager over there, he's one of the most amazing guys that I know. His name is Steve.
Ding, 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 ding. So we usually have a bell when someone says amazing.
Okay, no,
No
more amazing.
we love the word.
Oh,
It's
you
just
love-
that I'm just programmed. Like I'm supposed to ding something when I hear amazing.
Boom.
Anyways, go ahead.
Okay,
Sorry.
this is one of the most amazing guys I've ever met in the company. So Steve McCord he's a very, very good race car driver. And this Saturday, he is racing in the John Morton Trophy Rolex race at Laguna Seca in our company's 901.
Wow, nice.
Come on now.
In a
That's
901.
super cool.
In a
In the company
901.
901. So we got the team here. The car is dialed in. We're excited to see that race. It starts at about 9:15 this Saturday.
Okay.
So it's, as I said, it comes down from
Yeah.
the top. And we have a great group over there. The following's awesome. Besides, the dealership looking amazing, underneath that we have the Wunderground.
Yes,
Wunderground
we've
is
heard about
something
that.
I'm
Okay,
having.
so
what is it?
I'm
I'm not super familiar
He's
with.
not familiar with it. You got to describe Wunderground.
Okay. Let me explain this to you. Imagine you just saw the most beautiful Porsche dealership ever,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And then you step into an elevator, and then you're looking at the floors,
Yeah.
1, 2, and then there's one at the bottom that says WU.
Villain's Lair.
What's that? Yeah. Push that, takes you down to the Wunderground, and as the doors open, you see a Gamund prototype right to the left, right?
It's super cool.
Come on now, keep going. I know
Wait.
There's more.
And then you keep going, and then you'll see some of our Porsche Restoration Challenge cars. They're all lined up there.
Okay.
Right? Like this is the
Yeah, yeah.
4th year that
It's like a museum almost, sort of.
This is
It is like the secret vault at the bottom.
Secret
of the
vault. That's a good way. It's like Porsche's secret vault
of the
in Germany.
so beautiful.
Oh,
okay.
Imagine it's a curated collection there
Yeah.
of some of the rarest cars.
Yeah.
And it's so eclectic. The
Nice.
stuff you're gonna see.
Is it all Porsches?
It's all Porsches.
Wow.
All
That's the
Porsches.
difference because at the basement, or not the basement, but what do they call it at the Peterson? The vault.
The vault.
There's all sorts of cars, which is
Yeah.
incredible.
Cool. Yeah.
But this is Porsche specific.
Wow, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So you will see not only some of the rarest cars in there, you'll also see some of the Galpin collection that's there.
Yeah.
And Bo has a great collection of these air-cooled cars that have amazing color combinations, right? Like you're gonna see matching interior, exterior. It's just
That's the
so
one way we see at the LA Auto Show.
awesome.
Yeah. That's
Which I have.
It's
Their
the
own wing, it looks
It's
like,
the Galpin wing.
Which
yeah.
I have to
the Galpin
say,
wing.
Yeah.
that's kind of my favorite place to visit at the LA Auto Show nowadays.
Thank you.
I mean,
is.
it's always been great, but like as manufacturers have sort of been pulling back, it's
Yeah.
like there's still somebody holding the flame, You
You know what? I
So-
got to tell you, I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to do
You
it.
guys are the anchor of that show. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
just
yeah.
say it like it is.
I'm so thankful to work for this group. It's such a great family to work there, and to see this collection of cars and to check out the Wunderground. It's
Yeah.
truly mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like you're walking around, you're like, wow, I had that car on poster on the wall.
Yeah.
Right, and it's sitting right
It
here
is
in front
right
of you,
there.
right? It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the Wunderground, there's a conference room. And I remember, imagine having a conference. You're in a meeting there, right? And
I'd
you're-
be no good.
No, you're looking around. And you're like, I can't focus.
No, yeah, I'd be no
So
good.
I'm taking notes here. I'm kind of like, all right, Vu, when we get back.
Yeah,
and then,
no,
did,
yeah,
did I hear
Yeah, we
company,
gotta have a meeting over there.
did I hear Company 901 as well? Why don't we have
we need
one
to
of
have a
those?
private tour?
Yeah, yes,
when
you
we're in
guys
town.
are definitely invited. I gotta call David. Actually, David is actually there in our booth. He'll be there. He'll be here tomorrow, but he's there at our booth right now. But I'm gonna say, hey,
Yeah.
when everything's done and after Car Week, we really gotta have the PCA family come strong.
Oh, we definitely got to. That would be cool for sure.
And every time we've had PCA there, we have, we're always having these new members, and
They all text me after the event. They're like, "Oh, you got to get
what
there."
the heck did I just see? This is bonkers. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna see anything like this.
Yeah.
I mean, if I showed you a picture of one of the we're not even talking inside the museum.
Yeah.
We're talking outside, even just like the
Yeah.
lineup going in.
Wow.
Like people will just start even talking about that.
Yeah.
So imagine if you didn't take the elevator and you're walking. We have this driveway that comes from like our service drive area, and then
Yeah.
it goes down.
Oh,
And then
nice.
right when you walk inside, you're like, oh my God, what am I seeing? If I showed you like just one of these pictures,
Yeah.
you're gonna be just gonna be floored.
Do you have the same Wunderground for any of the other manufacturers?
Not yet, but we do have very unique dealerships. Like if you go to our Aston Martin store in Van Nuys, we have a James Bond themed room over there. It's so amazing.
I got to tell my uncle to get over there. Actually, he'd be
Road trip.
down. I know, right? and take me. I'll fly out, right?
Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful.
So we'll have to line that up. But I do
Yep.
want to get back to BB because
Yes.
a few months ago when you started like dropping these photos in my inbox here, and you had me at like the door panel with all the speakers and the dash. So This is you saved really the world premiere of these cars to be at Werks Reunion Monterey.
Yes, our team has been working so tirelessly on this, and we're very proud of all of them, and I'm very thankful about the team. Our service director that's helped us so much with this. These guys put so much effort because there's so much pride in this car, and we want to make a great impression on this, and we want to make this the world stage for the debut.
All right, let's talk about the Halo BB car. I think the Halo BB car is the one that's in the restoration challenge, and it is the black G-body Targa with the rainbow stripes. The rainbows going back to the Polaroid days. Now, this is not originally a BB car. This is a car that was built in modern day BB theme. Targa. It's got beautiful wheels, paint job. It's got a big whale tail on it. It's got a crazy interior that is properly BB, loud color seats, crazy stereo. Now, the one thing you didn't tell me about that I had to read in the freaking press release. Thank you very much.
I
can't believe
I'm gonna get yelled at here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get yelled at.
You're supposed to give me all the details. Oops. So I'm gonna let you share any guesses on the powertrain of this car.
He told us already. So
okay, all right.
Faking being surprised.
So all right, you got to tell the audience here the powertrain of this thing, because it's not something that it was not an easy challenge.
So it's an 86 Targa.
Yep.
Be Carrera.
M491.
So you would expect it's a real M491?
Oh, yes.
It was an original M491 car too.
A Targa. How many? They did that alone is rare.
I think there's
what year? That many Targas.
What year?
86.
86.
86. There's probably 9 of them or 4 of them.
Yeah, less than 11.
We got 2. Right? We have another one ready and waiting.
Oh my gosh! So you took an M491 car, which is already rare.
Wow.
Yeah. And you did all the body, the interior, but the motor. You got to share with the listeners.
Wait.
The motor of that thing.
You mentioned how rare the car is.
Yeah.
That shows you how committed we are to this brand.
Yeah.
This is a very rare car, and we're like, we got to make it. If we're gonna make a splash and we're gonna debut this, we really want to make an impact.
That makes me proud, because I'm a M491 owner. So
yeah, 1 of 11, right?
That gave me to it.
1 of 16.
Wait.
16.
1 of 11
16.
in 1987.
Yeah.
That's a cabriolet.
Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
Don't be a hater.
Have fun.
He tells everyone he meets.
All right, but back. No, I don't tell everyone. I let my license plate do that. All right, powertrain.
You want to talk about the powertrain?
You guys are not going to believe the powertrain they decided.
It's so subtle, because you told me it, and that's why I went over to look at the car, and
you looked underneath. You like.
Well, I saw the script underneath on the Targa bar, underneath Targa, and I thought.
And what did it say?
Hybrid.
What? In a G-body,
Wow.
84 G-body M491. And
He did say hybrid.
And it's a brand that we know, and Manny has actually driven that brand
997
in a 997.
But it was a PDK.
991 actually, a dot one. I believe.
the 991.
Yeah, it was a 991.1.
Yeah,
Sure?
991.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was
Okay.
991.1. Yeah.
Oh, it felt like a 997.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So you guys have that.
It's been a long time.
Tell them what it is
Okay.
first.
So first off, let's start with
the motor.
Let's start with the main motor, right? We worked together with Ed Pink Racing.
Big name, engine builder.
Okay.
Okay. So
Wait. 4 liters.
what?
Wow.
It's a 4-liter.
Is he still building motors?
We
Convinced him to. Yeah.
Because Ed's been around a long time. I mean,
Ed's
he was like during the 962 era. He was.
surprisingly,
Big guys.
when they were building our motor, next to it was a 962 motor that they were prepping for this weekend.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, we got to get our motor ready. He goes, I got a 962 motor I got to finish too.
That's a big
So we had
thing to
these
say
two
you have
right
a
there.
motor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So an Ed Pink 4-liter.
Yes.
Like that already is where most people, wouldn't even be able to get there. But then if they got there, they would be like, okay, we're done.
So how much horsepower for the motor alone?
For the air-cooled motor?
Yeah.
400.
400. Which is a lot to squeeze out of an air-cooled motor.
That's a lot.
4-liter.
That's a lot.
Plus.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Then we worked together with Verone. And we have a hybrid system in there.
So the hybrid system, if I remember correctly, from the
one
car
something.
that Manny drove,
Yes.
it was a electrified flywheel
Flywheel,
with like a quick discharge capacitor that could power that, and it was sandwiched in between the transmission.
Yeah. So in essence,
the
you're
engine.
taking out the flywheel. You are then replacing it with that. And a lot of people always ask us, "Hey guys, where's the battery?"
Yeah.
When you open up the frunk where the motor is, there's a section there that you can actually see where the battery's at.
And it's really like
Nice.
not much bigger than like an amp. I mean,
No,
it's
it's
not a huge. And I remember when Manny drove that car at Tech Tactics West, we said, I believe at the time the Vonnen system was like
70 some
70s,
thousand.
yeah, 70 some thousand. But
Yeah.
we're like, man, if they could figure this out and put it in to an older car where you don't have to do major changes to it and add, I'd say let's just be conservative. If my M491 had an additional 75 horsepower, like I would be over the moon. So now you've got an Ed Pink motor, 400 horsepower, and the Vonnen system added to it. Now
It's another additional 150.
so now it's 100. So the current Vonnen system can bump it up to
550 horsepower.
150 more.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're not using the Motronic injection anymore, are you?
They have their own system that they gave it.
Yeah.
That they set us
Because
up with.
getting horsepower, for the listeners who aren't aware, getting horsepower with an air-cooled motor is much different than getting one out of a turbocharged motor.
Sure.
Even the newer water-cooled motors that have four valves per head. I'm sure yours is still 2 valves per head. It's a whole different science. So that's here 400. Some people will be saying, oh, well, base Carrera, but 400 for air-cooled is.
Well, now we're
near the
talking
top.
550 in a G-body car that weighs probably what 32, maybe 32,
if that, yeah.
if that, and all analog. I mean, you're still on analog brakes,
no power steering.
no power steering.
Yeah.
That's got to be a monster.
You know
gotta be
what? You know what
exciting.
gets
It's
me
exciting.
is that so one, Vonnen was doing this years ago now, and now Porsche's doing it.
Yeah.
2, that's a manual transmission
Yeah, I know.
in the BB car, correct?
Yeah.
Why isn't Porsche offering us a manual? Why do you have to go to something like the BB car, right? And like they're doing it right.
Thank you. And one of the big questions that we've been hearing a lot is, how much more does this weigh by putting the system?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it's only about the net
Yeah.
after everything's replaced. It's only about 180 pounds more.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a few gallons.
Passenger.
Yeah,
A moderately sized
a
passenger.
moderately sized passenger. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And did they? I remember Manny always mentioned like they said at full throttle with the 991 you had so many seconds, but when you're on the street and you do full throttle, like 3 or 4 seconds is a long time.
It is, and you
For
have
150,
and you have different modes.
and
that
then,
you
and
can
then
do.
you're like doing JL speeds. So
Yeah, I think I used 6 seconds wide open throttle, and 5 maybe,
Yeah, and
and
he's done.
it was like triple digit speeds, and I thought I gotta
I gotta
slow down.
I gotta hold back. Yeah.
And I thought, I said it'd be interesting for the trek, see how quickly you could regen the power. But at the time, I remember just being blown away, thinking this is the future, because trying to get that 150 more horsepower from an engine that's already modified.
Yeah.
Then you talk about reliability issues, and this wasn't messing with the engine at all.
And what I liked is it was taking place of a part that already existed into the whole drivetrain, and you're just electrifying it. And I'm assuming you didn't have to do much chassis modification for this, or did you?
Well, of course, we still want to strengthen the chassis because we are adding additional horsepower.
Okay, so
on
but
there.
you didn't
Yes.
you didn't have to chop up the car to make it fit, is what I guess saying. And that's what I was getting at is it's a compact system. I mean, I think it was like an inch or maybe an inch and a half of like
about that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so maybe 2 inches.
Yeah.
A little bit more depth to be able to squeeze that, sandwich it in. That's freaking cool. I can't.
And the G50, I guess, handles that extra power, with no problem.
And you can program it. You can dump 150 all at once, or you can probably program it to dump
Yeah,
as
we have-
quickly or slowly as you want.
There's three different levels that you can set up.
But I said G50, but are they using a G50 or still 915? G50, so you upgrade to G50, get the better transmission.
So was this the plan from the beginning, or did someone build? You guys are like, oh, let's do Ed Pink motor, and they're like, well, what can we do next? That's crazy. And then this came along. Like, how did?
Here's the story with that. Our service and parts director had this idea one day. We're having lunch, and he's like, "Hey, let me show you guys something." I was like, "What is this, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm looking at him like, "Is that what I think it is?" He goes,
Yeah.
"Yes." I was like, "Wait, where's the flywheel?"
Yeah.
He goes, "No, literally, you're taking out the flywheel,
Yeah.
placing this motor in there,
Yeah.
And I was, where do you put the power? He goes, all right, you put it. You put the batteries up in the front, and you run on there. And I'm just so exciting.
Yeah. So is this a one-off piece for this car, or is Vonnen going to be asking for a friend? Okay. Are they going to be offering this for other G-body cars?
They've been offering it for years for G-body cars.
They have?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, it's been out. So this is just one of the few cars that we've heard about.
How
Have
we not covered a car that has this just yet? Wow.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But yeah, it's been out for a while, but you just don't hear about it too much, which is why it's cool.
We're super excited about this. So if you guys have a chance, please check out the car here tomorrow. We have the car here on the lawn, and for all you guys visiting, you're gonna see plenty of pictures that we're gonna be posting up on Instagram as well too. So it's such an exciting thing to be here and to actually debut this car. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people, they want to see, they want to check this out. Like, all right, how did they do this? Where did they fit this? Yeah. If you look, just walk around the car. Yeah. Just take your time slowly as you're looking through it. You're like, okay, I get that. Oh, that's a little different, but everything flows, and we're excited about this.
Yeah. Same here.
We had mentioned the Classic Restoration Challenge, which your dealership has entered. How many challenge cars are here? I think like 20-some cars?
I believe so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dealerships here.
The company's fourth year.
Your competitors are probably going, oh my gosh, I can't believe what they've brought. And so, congratulations on getting it done. But that's not the only BB car that you brought. I'm like, there were some other cars that caught my eye. What share with us? I know there was like a 928. What else did you bring?
Actually, so we brought two 928s. We brought a 928 cab.
That's the one I saw.
The blue one,
which
right?
never existed, right?
You saw the blue one.
Yeah.
And did you guys make? No,
that one we got from Germany. So that 928 cab actually has a digital dash. So BB, he invented the digital dash. He also did park distance sensors, which we all take for granted now. Yeah. So what he was using was, when you take pictures with a camera, it has to autofocus. So it uses a sensor that's telling you, all right, if this person is 5 feet away, we got to focus the lens like this. So what he was doing back in days was, all right, I'm going to take a Polaroid sensor and I'm going to put it in the back of the car, and it's going to tell me 5 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet. This is
in the 70s. Cool. We take it for granted that we have it.
Now. You're like, that's normal.
Are you telling me that 928 cab out there was built like period? That's not a new.
That is
the
three cars.
Those are all period.
That's period.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I found a website that has all the pictures. Well, we'll put it on the. Hopefully you're seeing it if you're watching it on YouTube.
Oh, you found it.
Yeah, but anybody, I guess, who was looking at cars in the 80s, maybe 70s, even 90s, will see these cars and say, I saw that car in a magazine.
Yes, absolutely.
Here you go, guys.
Look at that.
It's
beautiful.
We'll get some of those and we'll throw them up in the final edit.
When you guys see this car, it's got a pretty cool looking interior in it.
Yeah.
It has the digital dash. And another thing that BB pioneered in, besides digital dash, park distance sensor, is also the multi-function steering wheel. Wow. This is all stuff that...
in the 70s. We take it for granted
now. We started getting them on our regular cars like 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
And
you have the other one, not to go away from this one, but I'm dying to find out. Did you bring the one to T-top?
Ooh, that looks like a yes.
Drum roll?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Oh my God! Have you seen? Oh my God! We gotta go.
It was
big. As you're listening to this, you've probably seen it already. It became the works, but the
T-top is.
Did you see the audio in this? Do you still the controls inside the? Look at it.
Oh, the controls inside were the T-bar.
The T-bar.
T-top. Oh. Wow.
Bo wanted to make sure that we have one heck of a surprise here for you. So when you see this car, you're gonna be walking around. You're gonna be like, wait, hold on, stop. Is this what I think it is?
So who had these cars? Like, how did you find them? Or was there like a BB register?
And how did they survive?
Yeah, how did they survive?
You would think that maybe, I don't know, people may not take care of it. That's a lot of technology.
Oh, yeah.
That just changes so quickly.
Yeah.
That looks all period.
It is, absolutely.
It is. And you guys will take a great look at it. The car is stunning.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have never thought we'd ever see one of those.
Yeah. Those usually.
Oh, it's here.
Forgotten.
It's here. We brought it.
Yeah, when I saw the blue convertible, I'm like, wow, somebody actually brought
We did.
a vintage BB. And then
Oh,
I saw the other 928, but I didn't think it could ever be the T-top
wait,
one.
it gets better.
I was going to say, ladies
It gets
and gentlemen,
better,
and
It gets
there's
better.
more.
Wait, there's more. So you just mentioned two of the cars that we brought here. Like I said, we want to make sure that we make a huge debut over here. So we have the 928 cab that you mentioned. We have the T-top. And then we brought the turbo.
The original?
Not that
slant
one.
nose?
The slant nose.
But,
I brought slant nose. This one that some of you guys, we had a lot of people talking about this morning.
Oh, my gosh.
wow.
Yes.
Is that Ronaldo wheels?
Look at
This is
That
just
is-
a wild, it's, okay, right now we have a lot of people going with Pepita interior, right?
Yeah.
So it's a throwback to, back in days in the 70s, 80s, right?
And this is the original built car.
That is the original built BB.
How did you find these cars? And they're all, it's in
they know
show
people.
condition. That's
So when these cars were acquired, did you guys own the brand, or were you looking to?
Well, Bo was a huge fan at that.
Okay, so he was collecting.
And then he was, and then he worked together with Reiner, and now we have the brand, and we're excited to be, we're excited to actually see him here. He will be here tomorrow.
Oh wow!
Yes, he flew in from Frankfurt, so him and his wife will be here tomorrow.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is,
that's
that's
so
a
cool.
very unexpected surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I gotta tell you a little bit about this. So when I first messaged Vu, I said, "Hey, we have a little something where we really want to debut at Werks." He goes, "Tell me about it." I said, "Wait, hold up. I can't really talk about it too much yet, right?"
He sends me little images.
Little links. I couldn't send the whole thing yet,
Yeah.
right? And then I said, I want to bring a big surprise. So now you know the three cars that we have there. And now the fourth car that's going to be over there.
That's
pretty awesome. So that is there's a special edition of Avance magazine that we're gonna be handing out tomorrow. We worked together with Avance on this, and they have the special cover that they made for us, which is so awesome.
Cool.
And we're gonna be
I just swiped right on his phone, and I found something. You
Okay.
better get me one of these. I need this in my life.
Uh-oh. Guys, I'm in trouble.
Oh, I swiped right and I came across a photo.
Is that those little pins they make?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
You don't even collect those pins.
Okay, so
All right, let's do this. You're gonna give me You're gonna get you're gonna give me one. But
yes.
For our viewers and listeners, if you comment on how much you like BB in this video, we're gonna choose from one of the commenters. We're gonna give you one of these limited edition BB pens. Can we do that?
You know what? Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Damon and I are going to start commenting.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait.
Exactly. Suspicious YouTube accounts.
It gets even better. What if I told you we might be hiding some pins around the show tomorrow?
What?
David and I are getting metal detectors.
I know, right? Exactly. We have an advantage now.
They could be like, why is Manny and Damon
with the shovel?
with the shovel?
Where are they going
Well,
around
actually,
trying
he
to
forgot
find
to
these?
tell us they were plastic.
Why are
right?
they in the bunkers?
Oh man! So I gotta tell you a little story about these pins. Okay. There's a company called Lean that makes these pins.
we know them very well.
Hansel and them they do a great job with making these pins. So
We'll put the link up on YouTube. But once you see them,
You'll
can
know,
become very addictive in collecting them.
Here's how addicted it is. The last time we had all these PCA guys come together, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, nice hat, and I'm looking at this guy's hat. He had a bunch of Lean pins. He had like 911.
Oh, he had a collection
He
on
had a
his hat.
collection here, and then I see another guy. I'm like, okay, I get it. And then this kid walks in the back of his backpack, he had 20 Porsches on there. I said, wow, that's a lot, right? And the mom came up and talked to me. She goes, I drove 2.5 hours for my son to pick up some of these pins. I'm like, that is wild. I said, what's
Who
the
makes
fascination?
them? Yeah.
Yeah, I said, what is the fascination with this, right? The mom says, look, my child is really passionate about Porsche, right? No, he's too young right now. He can't afford a Porsche yet.
Yeah,
He
plant
goes,
that seed
"But
though.
I can get him a lean pin, and
Yeah.
this kid just loved it. So many
cool.
people are
Plus, it's a
collecting
great
these.
education.
It is.
To the different models, and in this case, a brand.
Exactly. So we have these pins, and it's great. So yes, there's gonna be you got to come to Werks Reunion. There's gonna be some hidden pins around
to
here.
Clarify. Do you now own the whole brand completely, or do the original founders still own part of it? How does that work?
So with that, we have acquired BB.
Okay, so
yes, and
Oh,
yes,
congratulations.
we
so
are,
this
we are BB BB USA. BB,
so
we are
this
BB.
this build we have here is
Yes.
the first. Is that the first build
Yes.
under new ownership?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome. Because there was a long period where that was dormant.
Yes.
Right. They didn't build anything, and that they must be thrilled, I guess, that to see their dream that they started come back alive again.
It's so exciting to see this all come to fruition, and we're gonna have Reiner and his wife here tomorrow, which is so exciting.
So is the game plan that you're going to build customer BBs?
Yes. So we're gonna So we want to do a limited run of 7 of these hybrids, Targa hybrids, and the thing.
Are you gonna make them all? Are you scooping up all M491s, or it could be? I'm a little bit concerned now.
Should we?
I mean,
Do you guys happen to have any M491s for sale? Please reach out. Don't forget.
Right now, Boo's wife is dialing a number. Right.
Yeah, we'll put my email at the bottom so you can just let us know about that. But what we wanted to do is we wanted to create these bespoke BBs.
Yeah.
And so if you want to get something a little bit more subtle as far as your paint job, it's entirely up to you. If you say, hey, Verone, this is the interior color we want, this is the fabric we want, this is the exterior we want. We're here to help build your dreams with BB.
and is there a BB headquarters? A BB?
Yes.
Where are they being built?
Yes, they are going to be built in the Valley in Southern California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'd love to invite you guys down there to check it out. So next time these guys are in town, I will gladly take you guys for a
So
tour.
can I officially invite you on record here? Because I know I've definitely invited you
I'm
before.
getting in trouble.
For those of you that didn't make it to Monterey Car Week, and more specifically, didn't make it to Werks Reunion to see these cars in person, can I convince you to bring them to Unstock later this year in November 17th?
November 17th. That is in what city?
It's going to be in Corona.
Wait, by Ibach?
It will be at
Ibach.
the Ibach.
Oh, at
facility.
Ibach.
At Ibach.
You know what? Let me see what I can do.
Listeners,
Let me see what I can do.
make sure you chime in and make sure you demand
Should we
demand
show up?
the
Should
general
we-
manager of BB bring these cars to
Should we
Unstock.
show up to Unstock? Let
Yeah.
us know, guys. Comment below.
Yeah, I mean this is
The
spirit of
ultimate.
Unstock.
I think the key is bespoke, because that's what everyone.
It
seems
is
to
bespoke.
want now.
Okay, like let's say someone doesn't want it as bright. They want, let's say, something like an Irish green or Brewster green, and their own subtle interior, like more like a dark brown. Entirely up to what these people want. We're here to help build. As I said, we want to help build their dreams.
But it's for everyone from you to Porsche. I mean, Porsche has their own
Exactly.
Thunder ones, right? The special wishes,
Exactly.
whatever you wish, you dream. I think they say, yeah, we'll do. And so there's a market for it, obviously, and
There is.
and the wait times now for some of these manufacturers dictates that there's enough people out there
And
that want a special car to their own.
What I think is incredible is the whole idea of the BB and the technology that is available to you now with an Ed-Peak motor that's 400 horsepower and the hybrid system, but then also the audio system now, the components and the amplifiers and the speakers. You can do even more things with this car.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
with if a customer is ordering a car from BB, what's the standard, of what makes a BB car, and I guess what doesn't make a BB car? Where would you say go to our other shop, and get your work done there and get some mods done or something. Yeah, but what's the standard for a BB?
Well, as far as for the BB, we're going to go with the spirit of how BB was customizing back in the days. So as you guys mentioned earlier, you're going to have the custom audio, the interior, the exterior, the wheels, the upgraded brakes, so on and so forth. There's so many different pieces that come together for this build. Yeah. And we want to make sure that these people have an opportunity to get a custom vehicle and to, we'd love for them to choose us.
Yeah. And that's the key, is it's custom vehicles. You're not just installing coilovers or something.
It's custom, but yet it has a distinctive style that when you see the car,
flavor.
even if you didn't see the letters BB, you know it's a BB car.
Yeah, you're looking like, okay, I know.
Yeah,
I know that one.
that design, that style is
Like earlier when we were parking the 928 T-top, some guy goes, wait, hold on, is that a BB? I was like, oh, Tell me more. The guy goes, yeah, I know.
You don't even have to
see,
you know the styling of it.
Yeah, you know the styling of it, and you'll see when you see the back of that car, it looks so different from any other 928 that you'll see.
Well,
I mean, look, we have a cab and we have a T-top there. They're all very modified, but very Unstock worthy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But believe it or not, there was a time there wasn't social media. And there was this thing called magazines, and we'd buy them and look at them every month. And you would see, I remember distinctly.
These were cover cars.
They were. And you would pick up, I remember in high school looking through supercar books instead of science or math books, and just you're drooling over these. BB was like DP. Design
DP
plastics.
DP
I
Motorsports.
got to clarify that. Design plastics, that it's well-known, a tuner at the time. And so, I mean, when I saw the 928, I knew exactly it was a BB.
Well, tomorrow, please.
I can't wait to go over and look at the T-top one. It's and I'm sure our editor Rob, I'm going to bring him over because he's at the same age. Yeah. And say, I know you've seen these cars in magazines before to be able to see we've seen them in person.
So what's funny is earlier you brought up the sound system. So as I mentioned, Mr. Buckman was a huge audiophile, and when I looked at this audio, right when the car came in, I was looking and looking. I'm like, wait, where's the radio? And then, as you mentioned,
you look up. You look up.
You gotta look up. It's right up here. It's totally different, but it's so cool to see all these inventions.
But that's the T-tops alone. Porsche never built T-tops.
Correct.
Nor did they have a cab, right?
No, they never had a cabriolet.
I think ASC in Europe did some conversions for cabs.
There's probably companies that did, but Porsche never had a convertible.
So you'll see both of the. You'll see.
So the Targa top on this BB, is it fiberglass? What's the top on it?
It's
just like a Saratoga kind of.
Like a clear polycarbonate kind of a top.
Yeah, come by tomorrow. I can't wait to show that.
Period correct.
Yep.
Yes, we wanted to be have something that's period correct, but it's a little fun.
This would win Radwood.
Oh, without a doubt. That would be royalty. It would be Radwood royalty.
Exactly.
We would love to have the car there. It's the little distinct things on this vehicle that stand out. I mean, the paint on there, when you see it, it's quite stunning.
I would love to be working with this car out there and to see how many people pick up the hybrid, because there's so much.
When you're standing, they see that.
There's so much to look at this car between the really incredible interior and just the graphics and whatnot. And had you not told me, I might have not noticed that it was a hybrid,
because it's
written in the same Porsche font-like type script.
Yeah.
So it doesn't stand out that it's very, very Porsche-like, very subtle.
What I like about it is hybrid technology in an enthusiast car, because no one ever thinks of a hybrid as an enthusiast car.
Look, we're all enthusiasts here, right?
Especially classics.
Of course, I love air-cooled, I love water-cooled. We all got a little bit of both. But this is something that's it's so fun and so unique, and we're excited to bring it back to the community. Yeah. And for those that aren't familiar with it, we're here to tell them about the story. It's
how long from concept to delivery? I mean, you guys were working on it right up to the last hour.
Yes, it does take a few months in order to build the process, but with it also depends as far as how much customization do you want, and certain things that people are going to be asking for, right? And with people walking by here, like just the reaction that you see that people are giving us on the black car.
I'll say it right now.
The other cars.
I bet that this car wins people's choice of. In addition to the judging, I bet you this car will win people's choice for the Classic Restoration Challenge.
I've got a feeling there's too much
I mean, there's some
nostalgic feels
serious
there.
hardware out there, but if people look
People
at
are
the
gonna love
details of this car and appreciate it the way they should, I bet it will win.
Dang, can I record that? Hold on.
Hold
on.
I'm not a betting person normally, but
Who's the head judge for that section?
Wait, what did you say?
I
About,
just said I have a feeling that it's gonna be people's choice.
Wow, you guys heard that?
Yeah, I think you got to go.
That's
said
a big
it.
statement.
Go hunt
That's a
them down.
big
Big
statement.
statement.
Because there's some serious hardware out there. Big
Yep.
statement.
And that's going up against the Speedster that's out there.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I still
I know.
stand. I still stand by my statement. I know. I'm not saying that. I mean, there's some serious hardware out there, but this car brings it to a whole.
This will be. You got to show
level.
this to the judges. If that doesn't happen. Right? Vu said.
Let's see how it all goes. And
I think there's a
we're
lot.
very thankful to be here.
Yeah.
A lot of news items. You've got this first time for us, I guess, a hybrid car entered into the Restoration Challenge.
Yeah.
And then you have a resurrection of a brand
Yep.
that was so well known at one time.
Unveiled here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of news. A lot of people are going to be talking about it.
Yeah. Unveiled here with not just one, but 4 cars total that you brought up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you thinking of us.
You know,
You could have done it anywhere. Why Werks Reunion?
Okay, I'm a huge fan of the show, right? So look, Friday, Monterey Car Week, it's one of the most awesomest.
Amazing.
there's
Amazing.
amazing.
Ding, ding. Totally worth it.
Monterey Car Week, right? It is the time of the year that you have to be in Monterey. Everyone comes together here,
Yep.
all over the world, all over the U.S. Everyone comes to be here. Friday, there's 2 huge events.
Yep.
You have Quail, and you have Werks.
Yeah.
Every time that I've gone to Quail, which is a great show as well too, my biggest problem is I'm always rushing. I want to go to Werks. I just want to go to Werks, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, let's see. I gotta go to Werks. I want to be here.
Yeah.
This is what I truly enjoy. I'm very passionate about Porsches.
Yeah.
Very passionate about the brand. I mean, last year I even entered my own personal vehicle here. I got second place.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I won second place in my class.
Solid. That's solid.
I got second place on there, but I was just super excited to be here. But the reason we wanted to make a debut here is we're all here together because we all love Porsches, right? We all love Porsches. We love the brand.
All of them.
All of them. All of them. Air, water, doesn't matter. We're all here. I mean, you have people that are driving Cayennes, right? You have people that are driving 911s, 914s, everything, right? We don't exclude over here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're all one big happy family.
That is
Right?
the spirit of PCA.
That
and
is the
Porsche.
spirit.
And Porsche realizes that they know that how special this event is because it is the only event that's a single mark.
It is.
A single. There's the Italian show, but that's all the different Italian brands. But this is just the only one with a single mark.
I wonder if any of the Germans who will be here,
Oh, they will be.
they'll recognize. So it's a worldwide
Yes.
thing, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That'll be fun.
I guess I can say this will come out when?
Not the Monday after this show, right?
Well, okay, so
2 Mondays after.
So
Yeah,
there
2
is word
Mondays.
that there's some very high up AG folks coming, and I know they've got their business at the Quail and
We
some
had 26th of September.
Yeah,
Or,
so-
excuse me, 26th.
So we will take photos and we will insert into the video some of the VIPs and
We need to hide a GoPro.
yes. But yeah, and the thing is, they come here too because they are enthusiasts. and
They're
they
fans
wanna-
as well, too.
They're fans as well, absolutely, absolutely. And I love that we can share all this within the family, and they have just as good of a time. And they are also rushing over from Quail. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah. Look. Okay. Look.
Quail's awesome. I
Look,
get it.
Quail's awesome. It's
But a Porsche person does not want to miss this.
you don't want to miss this.
We have
right?
the chill vibes here.
Yeah, I mean,
Good stuff.
okay, imagine you're a Quail and you're like, let's go, let's eat, hurry up, right? And you're like, I can't miss it, I gotta go, right?
I want that choice though. I want to see that. I want to rush and eat at the Quail. Just shut down a lobster roll, maybe some.
You're saying I have to eat 10 plates to make it worth it.
But the bigger picture, bringing back to your point about how important Monterey Car Week
It is.
It really is, in a sense that it has replaced the big car shows. So it's well known now that one of the reasons the Quail is so popular is because manufacturers are using it to debut cars. Porsche is going to be debuting some cars. By the time you listen to this, you will already know what they debuted. But it's now the place to be. Before, there used to be Frankfurt, L.A., Detroit. Here you're not inside of a convention center. And a lot of times you hear the cars run, and you can certainly walk around the cars, talk to the people. It's much more relaxed arena than a huge convention center.
Correct. And I think the people you reach are also very focused. I mean, people that come to Monterey Car Week are enthusiasts. They're brand ambassadors. And, there's a place for the larger shows. But, I mean, if you want to hit the core people, this is where you need to be.
This definitely is the place to be at. If you want to make an impression, you got to be here at Werks. So, guys, if you aren't here, you are missing out. I'm sorry.
Now we will do a walk around video, and I'm sure we're going to spend some time over at the BB booth. But we're going to capture the spirit, everything that's here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit more succinct than our normal episode, but we wanted to take the chance to invite Verone and share what we're debuting here. If you own a Porsche and you're not a member, grab the VIN, head to pca.org. Be sure to sign up. If you're looking for your Porsche, you can join as a test drive member. We'll get you set up, open up resources such as the newsletters that you can join at pca.org, the 3 newsletters, Performance News, e-brake news, and Test Drive. Anything else before we wrap up?
So if you have a 1 of 16 wide body and
M491 Turbo Look,
and you want to make it even more exclusive, we'll give you the contact information so you can get in line and get that awesome graphics and stereo.
I'm ready to wrap this show or this episode so I can go look at the cars.
Yeah, I wanted to bring back, especially, 928s. What a better way to put it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the modern 928 T-top.
Yeah.
That's going to come, I know.
I got to ask you something before we end the show. Do you feel 928s are the next big thing?
In like the collector world?
Yes.
Like, I mean, you might just lean people towards doing something like that. I mean, the problem is they were so ahead of their time, and there's also, I would say, a lack of people that have solid knowledge on repairing and maintaining 920s. But because now all of a sudden you're bringing these cars back to light, there's a demand for them, and when there's demand, people fill that void. So I hope so.
And they're small. And one time the 928 was considered big. But how many times have we parked 928s next to modern 911s? Yeah. And we're like, oh my God, look how tiny the 928 looks. Yeah. So where at one time it was considered so much bigger than the 911, now it's actually a compact sports car. Yeah. I can tell you the popularity of 928s is at an all-time high just by the auctions when you go to them, because they're not cheap.
Yeah.
They're setting record prices for these low mileage.
Literally yesterday when we were at Broad Arrow, we saw a 928 Club Sport. Yes, it's rare, but that's a $350,000 928. That number.
How much again? Say that one more time. Say that one more time, guys.
325,000. I think
that's what the Club Sport went for?
The Club Sport estimate was going to go for. So, steep. Rising tide.
So, do you guys all agree? Is the 928 the next big thing?
I don't want to go on record as yes, 100%.
Okay.
But I think that, the interest is going way up compared to what it used to be.
I think solid, well-maintained 928s will continue to rise because it's so hard.
They're always
to
setting
find
record prices.
They're always setting record. And you can find a clean one, a well-maintained one, car with history. Absolutely. They will continue to elevate in price.
And don't buy, the worst to buy is a 987.2. Just leave those alone. They're terrible. bring the prices down.
I'm pretty sure there's a
I'm like, what is Manny doing here? I'm like, oh, I get what he's
Terrible
doing.
cars. Just sell it while you can.
Manny, don't forget also, how these cars were in the entertainment industry too.
Oh,
in
yeah.
movies.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
You can be Tony Montana.
But here,
Can be Tony Montana, yeah.
the other thing I want to notice, aside from BB, is looking at the classic restoration Challenger.
yeah.
How many of the early Boxsters and 996s have been restored and they're out there? Again, I'm happy to see that because I already own one, so I don't have to fight people to get a fine example. But those cars too, if you find a good one, I mean, you can't really go wrong.
People thought the 964 was ugly when it came out, and now everyone and Singer wants a 964.
Yeah.
So it's all. No, I think this is great. The big picture to me is the restoration of the brand.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what you guys are thinking about the Skunk Works right now as your next projects. I can't wait to see it.
We will keep all of you guys posted.
Yeah, another reason to come to Werks Reunion. Maybe
Exactly.
We'll see the debuts of these cars.
Exactly. That's why we are here.
Yep.
We are very excited, and we're very grateful to have a chance to be here. And everyone that is out here, please come visit us tomorrow. But when you guys see this, I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy the video and see all the follow up. But I'm sorry to say, if you're not here, you're
we'll see you at Unstock. Come on, let's get them out and have them bring the cars over to
Unstock in Corona.
There you go.
There we go.
All right, thank you very much. Thanks everyone. Until next time, we'll see you down the road.